And today, you get way more while paying much less. But only if you scan the code before the deal ends, all right? So go ahead, scan the code to buy 1 3-month food kit. And guys, you're gonna get 2 months absolutely free, but only if you scan this code before it ends. So go ahead, scan the code to buy 1 3-month survival food kit and get 2 months.
Welcome back to another action-packed episode of Law and Border.
Somewhere you and I wouldn't go. Would it be safe for us to go or no?
Right here, no.
Ben links back up with good friend Oscar Blue Ramirez and heads into one of the most dangerous places in Mexico, known as Culiacan, Sinaloa.
Right here, you can see the bullet holes.
It's also the headquarters for the Sinaloa Cartel, where the El Mayo and the Chapito factions of the Sinaloa Cartel are currently locked in a vicious, deadly war for control. From the demonic shrines to the multi-million-dollar mausoleums of death, we'll show you the truth about what it's like to live in a failed state.
A block away from here, a human head was left on the sidewalk.
Why it's so important that we rid the world of this cancer.
It's a very big problem.
Ben Bergquam with his camera.
Truth coming through. Heads up.
Welcome to Law and Border, where we go to the front line to expose the truth about the real attack on America.
This is an invasion. This is an invasion.
You're watching Law and Border with Ben Bergquam. We begin our episode with Ben and Oscar linking up with our local Sinaloa reporter friend, Aaron Ibarra. He's with the Associated Press, Proceso News.
Talk to us about the violence. You were saying 37 people killed?
This past week were 37 persons murdered. I mean dead by gunshot.
And this is all from the cartel battles?
Absolutely. At least most of them are related with this cartel violence.
How insecure is it to live down here?
Well, you are driving through one of the most famous streets here in Culiacan. This is El Malecón Nuevo. It's like one of the most popular places where people come and drive through, eat some local snacks, and it's all alone. Little by little, we're kind of getting maybe tired of this violence, and people starting to go out and do some stops. I don't know, but even with this sickness, I don't know how to name it, this tiredness, people are trying to get back his own lives, but it's kind of hard.
The Law and Border team arrived at their first stop in an affluent suburban area where earlier this year a cartel shootout erupted.
This will be our first spot to visit, because I think is important for you guys to know that the violence is not only one place. I mean, this is one of the exclusive places in Culiacan, and past December, the neighbors around woke up between gunshots. I mean, gunshots, not only bang, 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 no, gunshots.
Fully auto, machine gun. This is Sinaloa Cartel factions battling. Are you able to talk about the factions?
It's kind of between dangerous and bold. I mean, with the past years, many journalists have been kind of threatened because of their coverage. One of the sides might think that you are supporting the other side, no? So it's kind of dangerous and bold to say, I think this is Majito stuff, I think this is, I don't know.
So if you say anything one way or the other, you get labeled as supporting the other side, potentially.
That's it.
And talk to me about that. Oscar was talking about that the influencers that are being killed now, the influencers that are being basically bought off by the cartels.
Okay. I'm gonna ask you to stop the recording because we are going to this house. I think yes.
Even stopping for a few seconds, Aaron is visibly nervous, as the house is constantly being watched by different factions of the cartel.
And what did it say?
They say men are not welcome.
So as soon as we got our shots, we moved on.
Can you explain that in English, the influencers?
Yeah, it's gonna be kind of hard. It's not that good by English. These people are victims too. I mean, they are not criminals. It would be unfair for everybody to treat them like criminals because they are victims between fallen state and the organized crime, the cartel.
But they're basically it's a way for the cartel to funnel money.
Yeah,
through them.
Yeah, it's like a common thing that the cartel use the entertainment for ¿cómo dices blanquear?
Money laundering.
Yeah, for money laundering. I mean they kind of support these people in order to make this laundry.
So some of the like the music that you listen to, and this is something we were talking about earlier, you've got to be careful who you support because your money might be going to supporting the cartels directly, huh?
Yes, indeed.
Not just through drugs, but even through the music you buy. And
the ways cartel have for making money, it's so extensive. I mean, it's not only the drugs. It's they have these slots machines. They have also these vaping stuffs and even small business like check this out.
The punteros are lookouts for the cartel. They ride around on motorcycles and have become a ubiquitous part of the culture in these cartel-controlled regions.
He also told me about, there was a small aircraft that had what the opposition or the other side of the cartel, what they did is they gathered all these small banners, and the small aircraft flew over old Culiacan, releasing these banners of all the influencers that they were, part of the opposition. So you watch out, you stop listening to their music and supporting them. So that's how big this market is for them.
Check this out. Behind this black truck, there it is. Last January, a bomb exploded over here. That's the place where Edgar Guzman, one of El Chapo's sons, were killed in 2008, in May the 3rd of 2008.
Don't go anywhere, because it only gets crazier. From the $1 million mausoleums of the death-celebrating cartel bosses.
All the cartels have walls. They all have weapons. They all have protection. And the people actually trying to make a legitimate living are screwed.
Yeah, are suffering. Yeah,
every day.
To the shell-shocked streets of Sinaloa.
This is part of the massive kidnappings.
And everywhere we look, we see the shrines to the patron saint of death, also known as Santa Muerte.
Because they were dumping bodies there.
It's nothing shy of a cartel war zone on these city streets. And if we're not careful, the same thing could happen in America.
Right here, you can see the bullet holes in this building all over here.
And be sure to stick around after the show for a special tribute dedicated to the 3 police officers from Pennsylvania who were gunned down in the line of duty.
Guys, if you plan to retire in the next 20 years, or if you've already retired, I have a message for you that you need to hear. Central banks, BRIC nations, and our allies are pumping trillions of dollars back into America, but every dollar they send could make your savings worth less. Hi, I'm Donald Trump Jr., and I just want you to be prepared for the future. So protect your hard-earned savings with gold. A gold IRA from my trusted friends at the Birch Gold Group offers you the safety net of gold with the tax advantage status of a retirement account. To see how it's done, click the link below to get a free info kit on gold IRAs. This kit reveals why gold IRAs are exploding in popularity, so do it now. What do you have to lose? It's free and there's no obligation. Click the link below to get your free info kit from the Birch Gold Group.
Some people are worried that they won't be able to get food because of disasters, food shortages, rising prices, you name it. Well, let me show you something. This tote right here has enough food for breakfast, lunch, dinner, even snacks for 3 full months. And right now, when you order one of these 3-month survival food kits, you're gonna get 2 months absolutely free, guys. So you see that square on your screen? That's called a QR code. Now, here's how to use it. Just pick up your smartphone and open up your camera, right? Point it at that QR code. Now you're gonna see right in the picture there that this link pops up, that one right there. Tap that link and it's gonna take you to this deal right now. These kits can last up to 25 years, the food tastes great, and guess what? It's your food security plan. And today, you get way more while paying much less. But only if you scan the code before the deal ends, all right? So go ahead, scan the code to buy one 3-month food kit. And guys, you're gonna get 2 months absolutely free, but only if you scan this code before it ends. So go ahead, scan the code to buy one 3-month survival food kit and get 2 months absolutely free.
This episode of Law and Border is brought to you by PatriotMobile.com. Use promo code RAV for free activation today, only at PatriotMobile.com. Welcome back to Law and Border. We link back up with reporter Aaron Ibarra on the streets of Culiacan.
The militia in general, I mean, Guardia Nacional, La Marina, Sedena, started to be more aggressive here in Sinaloa since February 18, just the day when Donald Trump announces these
extraditions.
We're talking about like maybe 300 narco labs have been secured.
Wow.
About 300.
Just here in Culiacan?
Between Culiacan and Cozalá. Cozalá, it's another municipio south from here. It's one of the most famous here in narco culture because of its mountains.
The difficult terrain.
Yeah. And
somewhere you and I wouldn't go. Would it be safe for us to go or no?
Right here, no.
And you as a journalist, like you're saying, you've got to be very careful. How concerned are you for your own life, for your own safety, even communicating about this?
Well, I don't feel like exposed or in danger that being the cartel, I mean, mark, no? I am afraid, or maybe some kind of fear, I don't know, being in the middle of a crossfire. I have been experienced that twice in my life. Maybe I just ran out of luck. I don't want to know. Check this out. The holes.
On the wall? It's all bullet holes?
Yeah. This area, we're like under siege. Lots of gunshots. I mean...
So this is all is this like different factions of narco here?
Yeah, here's like narco city. So we're paralyzed like, I don't know.
Yeah, I love this where you got the electrified fencing.
Yeah.
They got beautiful walls. We talk about this in Juarez. You know, they talk about the wall on their southern border. They don't want that. But all the cartels have walls. They all have weapons. They all have protection. But they don't want us to have it. So do you think you're talking about Trump, the extradition, do you think Trump's approach has given Mexico more boldness in going after them?
Yeah, I think the local government felt like maybe forced to do that. If you remember that bulletin from the White House, Department of State of the United States of America, they say we are not going to tolerate this government being what's the word, como que son cómplices.
Yeah, accomplices.
Yeah, the complicity between authorities and organized crime. That's an accusation. I mean,
and it's clearly true, though, right?
Yeah.
Every level of government is corrupted by the
let me
cartel.
put you this way. One day, you capture this kingpin or 2 kingpins or 10 kingpins, and nothing is solved. I mean, there's still being people running the cartel, no?
Right.
But there is 0 politicians behind bars. I mean, isn't that strange?
Because you know they're all getting paid off.
Of course.
But we could prove that if we followed the money.
Yeah.
If you got the bankers.
Yeah, and they are not following it. They're just making this arrest, the small arrests.
So it's all for show.
Yeah. Omar Garcia Harfuch were one of the closest students of Genaro Garcia Luna, who is now in jail there in the US. So maybe in these walls we managed to see these bullet holes.
Where are the most of the killings happening now?
It's the rural zone, la zona rural, ¿cómo lo diría?
¿Así?
Sí, okay, the rural areas, and within the city at the south and east side.
Can Mexico be saved? From the corruption, from the violence, from the...
I really think that it's a little from what I was trying to explain a few moments ago about why there is no politicians behind the bars, arrested, convicted. I don't know.
Or judges, or...
That's the real cartel.
No, indeed. Those, because you try to remove these people from like El Chapo, Mayo, Zambada, name it. It's okay. You're gonna put them behind. You're gonna put them in prison. That's okay. But what else? The media where I work at, Mayo said that if I'm behind the bars, it's not gonna change nothing. Another people are going to take over the business, and another and another and another. So we are not doing anything different from back then. I mean, since the last century, maybe the 80s and 90s, it's the same. They captured Los Arellano, Miguel Ángel, Félix Gallardo, and so much names, and we still...
It's worse.
Yeah, fighting against this war. So in all this area, there was this gunfight in 2019, and another colleagues and I were just trying to seek cover because of the gunshots. I mean, they're like zoom.
So the levels of impact.
Yeah,
it impacts every level. You just can't.
This is one of the most important plazas. It's not even like is 40% of its capacity. I mean, look at the parking lot.
Yeah,
it's not full of people.
So it destroys your economy.
Yeah.
So the rich are the politicians, the district attorneys, the judges. They're all getting rich from drugs and human trafficking. And the people actually trying to make a legitimate living are screwed.
Yeah, are suffering. Yeah, we are talking about like almost 7 months in a constant war. I mean, there's not even one day we haven't been like, oh man, this is going to over now. There's no gunfights. There's nothing, but no.
Every day.
Every day. Doesn't matter to them. It's just a bullet in the head.
Better that than the chance of you actually going to do.
Yeah.
Coming up, we head to where the cartel bosses are celebrated. even in death. And then we'll join with the families whose loved ones have been kidnapped by the cartels, often never to be heard from again, and with zero response from the government. And only a block away from here, a human head was left on the sidewalk.
Where our hotel is that we're staying is right here.
All that and more when Law and Border returns, right after this.
It's just like our new house.
I hope you have an American Home Shield warranty. Leaky toilet? Fixed. Oven beyond repair? If AHS can't fix your covered item, then replace it, no matter its age. Sign up today at ahs.com.
Thinking about long-term care? Think AMAC. Rosemark Advisors, the financial division of AMAC, specializes in alternative solutions for long-term care planning. We help AMAC members prepare for future healthcare needs without compromising their retirement goals or financial security. But that's not all AMAC has to offer. AMAC is America's leading conservative advocacy and benefits organization. So when it comes to long-term care and so much more, think AMAC.
How does the world's most trusted dog expert keep his own dog so healthy?
Hi, I am Cesar Milan. In my 20 years rehabilitating dogs, I've seen too many struggle with health problems that no amount of training could fix. Then I discovered it wasn't the dog, it was their food. Fortunately, I found veterinarian Dr. Marty's anti-kibble breakthrough.
Nature's Blend is packed with whole foods that are freeze-dried, locking in nutrients.
I saw remarkable improvements in my dogs within weeks.
Try Dr. Marty risk-free for 90 days. Plus, get a free gift when you call or visit drmartypets.com/Caesar.
Stay tuned to get a free automatic toilet bowl cleaner from Mermaid. Your sink stopper's broken, and fixing a drain is a pain. Introducing Mermaid Drain Magic, the instant solution to most broken drains. Just remove and replace. In seconds, you can fill and drain with a simple press of a button. Drain Magic makes replacing your old, broken, rusty, even missing sink stoppers fast and easy. Drain Magic's anti-clogging basket helps prevent clogs in your sink, catching hair, food, even jewelry. Made with brass and chrome and a silicone gasket, it creates a watertight seal. Order your Mermaid Drain Magic today for only $19.99 and get a Mermaid toilet bowl cleaner absolutely free. Drop it in the tank for up to 3 months of cleaning. But wait, this could be your last chance to get Drain Magic at this low price with free toilet bowl cleaner. There's a strict limit of 3, so order now.
Call 1-800-519-4303 or visit getdrainmagic.com. So call 1-800-519-4303 or visit getdrainmagic.com. Order now.
I'm a J6er. I spent 1,143 days in prison.
About a year in prison.
4 years out of an 18-year sentence in prison.
J6ers have been treated like terrorists.
And we need your help.
Stand in the Gap was founded to stand in the gap for J6ers working to rebuild their lives after being incarcerated.
For just $10 or more, you can help these patriots get back on their feet again.
Please scan the QR code to donate $10 or more to support these American patriots.
Thank you for standing in the gap.
Did you know that thousands of authors across the country have written books and published them with Page Publishing? If you've written a book, Page Publishing can help you through the process. We cut through the confusion of the publishing world to make it easy for you.
Call or scan for your free writer's guide today.
Law and Border is back, and you won't believe what we see next.
So just went through this, the Maya Gardens, it's the cemetery, that's the translation in English right across the street from me. Too dangerous to get out there and actually film, but this is a cemetery dedicated to the cartel bosses. It is incredible. We're driving down through here and they look like houses. I mean, it truly is. It's shocking to see. They have built these monuments honoring the leaders of the cartels. The amount of money that has gone into these cemeteries, it just shows you the power that the cartels have. Look at these facilities. I mean, when we drove in here, I saw a couple. I thought, oh my gosh, the farther you drive back here, it is absolutely shocking. These are the size of houses, some of these, and they are simply monuments to the cartel. Some of the most evil people that have ever existed on our planet, the terrorist organizations, the leaders of these terrorist organizations, glorified in this cemetery in Culiacan, Sinaloa.
Early this morning, about 5 a.m., we had an execution from a man at Colonia Lázaro Cárdenas. That's a place south side of the city. It wasn't even the daylight. In some spots from that side of the city, we have reports from gunshots. We're heading to the cathedral. There's a This protest because of the disappearing of a woman police. She was a police. She is now retired, but she has been taken with his 2 children. So that's another tragedy.
Do we know who took her?
No, we don't, but we can assume that it was a cartel.
So when they do that, they don't claim responsibility necessarily?
Not necessarily. I was just talking to Oscar about that. It's like the situation is this. The cartel, one of the factions, may assume that you are working with the other party. So how can you prove it?
Right.
You cannot prove it. They're criminals.
So they kill you anyways.
Yeah. It's just doesn't matter to them. It's just a bullet in the head.
Better that than the chance of you actually working with them.
Yeah.
So they'll kill you even if you're not. Yeah.
The Law and Border team heads to the Justice Department building, where a protest for the missing police officer and her family is underway. Unfortunately, she's just one of thousands that go missing each and every year.
This is actually happening around the whole country. This is part of the missing people, the missing problem that we are having right now, the massive kidnappings, the massive, missing people that's happening not only in the north part of our country, but in the south part of our country. Continuous kidnappings to innocent people and also to innocent children. These kind of protests are all over our country right now.
This is a visual representation of what a country controlled by the cartels looks like. All of these ribbons represent people missing, over 1,000 just in this area last year. Missing with 0% accountability for the cartels. This is what happens when you support the cartels. No politicians have been arrested yet, and there's corruption at every level of government.
There's people missing. We have what we call here the word taken. Taken is a translation that put Smith is a researcher from California, and he has translated a book of Javier Valdez that talks about people that are missing. Cartel, we say it in Spanish, levantón, which is like they took you by the force and disappear you, like ribbons hanging off the tree. They also have names of the people that are taken.
Wow. So
you can see it's a lot of
epidemic
people.
In Mexico.
Just in Sinaloa, last year we have 1,600 people that are missing, and 0 people are behind bars or in jail because of those crimes.
So 0% punishment. Wow.
And despite their petitions for safety and accountability, they receive practically no response from the government.
All of these represent missing people by the cartels. They've been up here so long, some of them, the names have bleached off. Can't even hardly read them anymore.
Burlan de la sociedad, se burlan. Están los niños desaparecidos y nadie dice nada.
They're at the Fiscal General's office here. Looks like they're blocking it into the building. Here, tell me again.
The picture, this woman, she was taken or kidnapped with her daughter and her 2 grandchildren. These 2 boys are the sons of this girl, and they're both, they all are missing. It's the date, March 22. I mean, about almost 2 weeks ago. Now they're going to talk with the General Attorney, Claudia Zulema Sánchez Condo.
Mi madre es diabética y todos los días usa insulina y hasta ahorita no sabemos nada de...
¿No han aparecido entonces?
No.
Que se esté cerrando una puerta, se llevaron a 2 niños.
Que salga la fiscal, que salga la fiscal.
Say that it's unfair that cartel are murdering or killing kids, childs. It's not fair. They should be at school. not missing, not taken.
When Law and Border returns, we'll expose the demons that are driving the cartels.
That could be a beautiful place too, but been taken over because they were dumping bodies there.
And we'll visit the communities that have borne the brunt of the cartel war, where professional musicians perform on the streets because the venues have been shut down, and body parts are left by the cartels as a warning.
A block away from here, a human head was left on the sidewalk. Imagine that.
And later, we'll visit the scene of one of the brutal shootouts where 2 National Guardsmen were killed.
Right here, you can see the bullet holes in this building all over here.
And be sure to stick around after the show for a special tribute dedicated to the 3 police officers from Pennsylvania who were gunned down in the line of duty.
What do people want from a Medicare Advantage plan? Let's find out.
I want a $0 monthly premium.
I take a lot of medications, so I need prescription drug coverage.
And what do you want?
You know, I'm not exactly sure.
Would you like help figuring that out?
Absolutely.
If you would like help making an informed decision about your Medicare coverage, Aetna licensed agents are standing by, ready to listen to your questions and help you find health coverage that meets your needs. Aetna Medicare Advantage prescription drug plans provide medical and hospital coverage, plus Part D prescription drug coverage. You get everything in original Medicare and benefits such as dental, vision, and hearing. And once you're an Aetna Medicare Advantage plan member, our trained service representatives will be there for you, ready to provide guidance and support.
Having a conversation with our members should be like sitting down talking to a fellow family member. How do I want my mom to understand this? You know, it's not all just business, because at the end of the day, they're not a dollar sign. They're not just another customer. They're a member.
When you call our toll-free number, you are under no obligation to enroll. You can speak with an agent, ask questions, and get the answers you need.
Get Medicare coverage that's right for you and fits your budget. Aetna has Medicare Advantage plans with monthly plan premiums starting at $0. Many Aetna Medicare Advantage prescription drug plans offer Part D prescription drug coverage with a $0 copay on Tier 1 prescription drugs at preferred pharmacies. Plans also offer a $0 copay for preventive services like screenings and tests when you see in-network providers. Plans may also include dental, vision, and hearing coverage, a fitness membership, and more.
And what about your insurance company? What do you want from them?
I want to be treated like a human being, not a number.
And you?
When I need help, I want to be able to get on the phone and talk to a real person, somebody that actually cares.
As an Aetna Medicare Advantage member, our dedicated service representatives will listen to your needs, answer your questions, and provide help.
When you call in, you don't have to do anything. I'll do the work for you.
What about you? What do you want from a Medicare Advantage plan? To find out if an Aetna Medicare Advantage plan is right for you, call now to speak with a licensed Aetna agent. Annual enrollment ends December 7th, so pick up the phone and call for a free Medicare coverage assessment today.
Call 1-844-788-5204 to speak with a licensed Aetna agent. That's 1-844-788-5204.
This episode of Law and Border is brought to you by PatriotMobile.com. Use promo code RAV for free activation today, only at PatriotMobile.com. Welcome back to Law and Border. You want to see what's driving the cartels? Look no further than the shrines to Santa Muerte.
On the way out of Culiacan to the Chapito's headquarters, you've got this, and this is what you see everywhere you go where you've got the cartel in operation, these shrines to Santa Muerte. Basically, they pray to the devil, they put their candles out here, send their prayers to the devil for the actions that they're committing.
The patron saint of death. We leave the Shrine of Death and head deeper into the Chapitos territory to one of the communities that was, until recently, the center of the cartel war. A once vibrant vacation town with hot springs, delicious foods, and village shops, Imala is now nothing more than a ghost town, where even most locals are still scared to venture outside.
This is like the main entrance of this little town called Imala. It's one of the eldest from Culiacan, even from this side of the country. This place is notorious because of its food, and it's like a holiday place where people come. So people stop coming because this danger from the criminal groups and these convoys. And last Saturday 29, local government tried to reactivate these activities and organize these events. So people try to come back and recover this side of the city.
The Law and Border team visits a local Catholic church that sits at the center of the once thriving city, but is now ghostly quiet. It's absolutely heartbreaking to see firsthand what can happen to a country when it replaces the goodness of God and life with the worship of evil, death, and the devil.
The cartel originally came in and took over the hot springs, and now the
No, not actually the hot springs, but the town. The hot springs needs to be within the town. So because of these confrontations, these gunfights, military came and tried to keep the peace. So they need to have a camp. So they took the hot springs. The Mayos came to fight with the Chapitos. So these were a town in conflict, constant conflict.
And this place, you can see what a cool place it would be, but it still really hasn't recovered at all.
Yeah, it's still, this past Saturday, they make this big party. They have these puppets and clowns and everything, and music. But this is a place where this should be working even today, that is Tuesday. But it's not.
The Law and Border team enters the hot springs to get a closer look at the military outpost.
Well, they got all their tents set up over there too. So did he say this is in operation still or no?
No, it's not operating because of the army. They're camping here. You see those tents?
So this part of this was the war zone.
War zone. So we're trying to find these traces of the gunshots. But I don't see nothing yet. Maybe further.
Yeah, but they would definitely use these walls as cover.
Yeah.
They got big troop presence out here. That's a lot.
It's like maybe 100, 150.
This small town of Imala, we just came out. Beautiful town, known for its hot springs. People come out here on the holiday and on weekends to hang out and relax. Got taken over by the cartels, became part of the cartel wars, and now the hot springs are shut down to the public, but they've been taken over by the military, which is a good thing for the town. It's protection for the town. Not the best, because this was the draw. These hot springs were the draw, but at least they're not having gunfights anymore. Bottom line is cartels aren't good for anybody. We've got little fobs set up over here. We've got tents from all the military down here. They got a couple different stations, but you just see the military presence. All these guys set up over here. Another spot on the other side, all set up over there as well, just to bring peace to this little town. And it's like this all over the country. Where the cartels are, there is no peace. Sadly, everywhere you go across Mexico is like this, where you have these potential locations, opportunity. You look at a country like this where it could be such a great country, but because of violence, because of criminal activity, also, and because of the corruption, they never break out. There's that beautiful water park yesterday where the checkpoint was. That could be a beautiful place too, but been taken over because they were dumping bodies there. Nobody was going to it, so you're never going to have a resolution to it. It's a very big problem, layers and layers deep.
Back in Culiacan, we visit the Governmental Palace. And there, the governor of Sinaloa is holed up and being protected from the cartel wars that he helped to instigate. And meanwhile, his citizens live in constant fear for their lives.
Behind us, we have the Governmental Administrative Office. You've got the governor hiding out in there. What does that mean to you? Talk to us about that. And in particular, you're just showing me an article from Proceso about the president and the hypocrisy, what's actually happening here.
It's the issue of October of the last year. This is a magazine and also a website. We published these investigation reports. So we had these informs from Sedena. Sedena is Secretaría de Defensa Nacional, the Army of Mexico, which are investigating Governor Rubén Rocha Moya because of his links with Los Chapitos. Since this war began, he has been appointed like a collaborator with Los Chapitos, and the Sedena knows about that. They are investigating him. So he managed to not go back to his house because this is my opinion, no? I think he is afraid to come back to his house because of the heat of the city. And he just lives up there on the third floor, tercer piso, of these administrative offices that he was actually lives in within the night. I mean, he is not going back to his house until this is over.
So he's protected while the citizens have to live in the violence that he's helped create.
That's the point. Public act. He's going with all his guards, bodyguards, and the army, and the Guardia Nacional, etc. So the people, we are not moving like that. We just move and make a wish to be able to go back home.
Coming up next on Law and Border, it's more of the city under siege.
A block away from here, a human head was left on the sidewalk.
What you get when a government is completely corrupted from the top to the bottom, and the citizens are left stuck in the middle.
You can see the bullet holes in this building all over here.
And be sure to stick around after the show for a special tribute dedicated to the 3 police officers from Pennsylvania who were gunned down in the line of duty.
Thinking about Social Security? Think AMAC. The AMAC Foundation takes the confusion and stress out of understanding Social Security's thousands of rules and regulations. Our nationally accredited advisors offer a personal touch that is unmatched. But that's not all AMAC has to offer. AMAC is America's leading conservative advocacy and benefits organization, guided by the principles of faith, family, and freedom. So when it comes to Social Security and so much more, think AMAC.
Welcome back to Law and Border.
This is the gas station where 2 National Guardsmen were gunned down. In fact, the 2 vehicles you're seeing in this video, one was here and one was here, both Cartel vehicles. National Guard came up. They tried to approach them. They were firing back, and the 2 guys died right here where I'm standing. You can actually see bullet holes in the building over here where the gunfire went. Large caliber rounds. This whole building got shot up. All of these buildings got shot up here. But this is right in the middle of the city. And this is the level of violence that every day can and does happen. It just kind of shifts. Right now it's a little further north, but every day they're having killings out here. They just dropped a body this morning. They killed 2 others yesterday morning. On the road we were driving down yesterday, right after we got done with our hits, where there was a kidnapping on the road. And right here you can see the bullet holes in this building all over here. But there was a kidnapping as we were driving home yesterday on the same road we were driving on just minutes before we got there. And the crazy thing was, we didn't even know about it till we got back to our hotel, saw the video. We drove past it. There was no police presence. There was no people out in the street saying there was a kidnapping here. The people live in such fear. It's like living with Stockholm Syndrome. They live in such fear that they don't say anything. And it's no wonder. This is nuts. We were talking to Aaron, our guide here and local reporter, and there were, just to put it in perspective, there's been over 1,600 kidnappings this year in Sinaloa. 0 prosecutions. 0. So if you see a kidnapping, you don't say anything because you know there's going to be no punishment for the people that were doing the kidnapping. The only thing that can happen is something bad to you. That's what the people live with, the fear of kidnapping and death. And the crazy thing, talking to Aaron, it's death isn't the biggest fear. A bigger fear is the fear of going missing and nobody knowing what's happened to you. And there are thousands of those cases here in Sinaloa and across Mexico. And that's the people that the Democrats are supporting. All of these idiots out there protesting President Trump. All of these guys are protesting in support of the cartels. And this whole facade has been repainted because of the shootout. As you can see, this was the camera that captured the footage of the shootout and the National Guardsmen being killed. And even still, there's bullet holes in the building over there, but even on this building right here, there's still bullet holes up on the side of that building.
And even though their nation is overrun with corruption, there are still heroes in Mexico who are doing their best to save their country. So please pray, if you will, for the families of these two National Guardsmen who gave their lives up in defense of their country. And every aspect of life is impacted when you allow the criminals to run your country.
So it's not just the drugs, it's not just the human trafficking, it's even small business. These guys are musicians, how to make a living. They're out here on the middle of the streets doing their music because the places they used to play aren't open now because of the level of violence here in Culiacan. Right across from the street corner where these guys are playing their music was where the human head was left from the cartels who chopped this guy's head off while he was still alive.
When he got murdered, they left his head within this narco mensaje, a narco message, where they were accusing him for being part from Los Chapitos. And
so this was
what's going to happen to all Los Chapitos. Wow. And that sign is like a threat. If you work with Los Chapitos, you're gonna get your head chopped off.
Where the head was left and where the guys are playing music is right down there at that intersection. Where our hotel is that we're staying is right here. That's how insecure this city is. And this is one of the nicer parts of town. I came up here, I was like, oh, great hotel. Little did you know that a block away from here, a human head was left on the sidewalk. Imagine that. Imagine raising your kids not knowing if there was going to be a human head left out on the sidewalk in the morning when you walked out.
The Law and Border team leaves Culiacan and heads back to the border at Juarez, Mexico. And before they even cross into the United States, they find more of President Trump's policies in action. Looking back, it's quite obvious that Joe Biden and the Democrats allowed this invasion of illegals into our country. But now, President Trump is forcing Mexico to have checkpoints in their own country before the vehicles even approach our border.
Mexico side in Juarez, they've actually got National Guard set up. It's the first time I've seen this. We've got National Guard set up before you cross over the port of entry. Trump effect in action, at least here. Now, whether or not it's for show or they're actually going to do some drug interdiction, we don't have the statistics on how much they've actually apprehended yet, but first time I've ever seen this. This did not happen under Joe Biden.
Even the trains are being inspected. It's amazing what happens when you have a president and an administration that put America first. Now, if we can only get rid of the traitors in our country who do the opposite.
As we were coming back to our vehicle, noticed this guy with his canine out here at the railroad tracks and spoke to him. He confirmed he's out here. He's actually private security, working with the National Guard, checking the trains for drugs and illegals going across. And he confirmed this was not done under Joe Biden. This is new because of Trump's pressure on the Mexican government. So they're checking the trains now for drugs and people before they enter. Now, obviously, when they enter the United States, we're checking as well. But you're getting double layers of security on the Mexico side. Again, all due to President Trump's threat of tariffs on the Mexican government. That's the Trump effect, in effect. With all the attacks on law enforcement recently, you may not have heard about the tragedy last week in York County, Pennsylvania. Dave Bray's hometown, 3 law enforcement officers were killed in the line of duty. 2 others were injured. This week, we honor Mark Baker, Cody Becker, and Isaiah Emmenheiser. God bless all of our law enforcement officers. Pray for their families. Pray for this country.
First and foremost, I'd like to thank the families for allowing me this graceful opportunity to be able to sing a song for you today. You know, from someone who sits outside of the family of law enforcement looking in, but still somehow being allowed into this fold, truly means the world to me. And with that, I'm going to say a few words about this thing that we call the thin blue line. You know, astronauts often go up into space and they look back into the Earth and they say, my God, our atmosphere, so small, paper thin and blue. And each one of them comes back with the same exact thought in their hearts. The fragility of her humanity and our relationship to this earth is one that we don't really see. We don't know it because we look up through it. We use and consume its services and what it provides for us in the protection from the rest of the chaos in the universe. These brothers in blue who paid the ultimate price for that thin blue line, they know about its fragility, and they know about the relationship, but the people outside don't always see the service and the protection that our thin blue line that stands in this room gives and offers every single day. So for the few words that I have from many around this country, and of course in York County, for your service and for your protection, and for being that thin blue line between civility and chaos, I'd like to say thank you. The song is called Hallelujah. And if you'd like to sing along, I think the families would like that.
Protect us all, but you don't know about this badge now, do you? Well, it stands for justice, hope, and truth, and warning faith by those in blue who answer the ancient call of hallelujah. Took a stand, you pledged your life as you raised your hand, but you don't think that you're a hero, do you? As you're holding up that thin blue line through the longest days, the darkest nights, the bullets fly, the screams that go right through you. Silent war in every town that nobody sees because you're around, and they'll never know innocent lives betrayed and holding back what you really want to do, yeah. When evil lurks outside the door, the lion's heart begins to roar, a righteous and a holy hallelujah. 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 After all the sirens and all the lights, you never got to say goodnight to the ones at home who were always waiting for you. 'Cause you chose the badge and you wore the blue for all of us who depend on you to answer the ancients' call of hallelujah. 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 Hallelujah.
Hey everyone, it's Dave Bray, and here at Law and Border, we take our support for our brothers and sisters of law enforcement quite seriously. Sadly, this tragedy has struck right in the heart of my hometown, so please consider scanning the QR code on your screen and supporting the families of these fallen heroes. Next time on Law and Border, we'll head back into the United States to reconnect with our friends from ICE and give you an up-close and personal look into the operations to remove the illegals that Joe Biden let into our country. We'll join them in Houston, Texas, and ride along with the heroes of ICE as they go into the communities to get the worst of the worst.
I cannot understand why there isn't broad support for turning criminals over to us.
And we'll join the Law and Border team as they get an exclusive look into a detention center where the illegals are being held before being removed from our country.
Many of them, gang members, cartel members.
And as the leftist attacks on ICE and our country continue to escalate, we have a very simple message to go out to all. God bless ICE. God bless our Border Patrol. God bless President Trump. And God bless America.
J6er. I spent 1,143 days in prison.
About a year in prison.
4 years out of an 18-year sentence in prison.
J6ers have been treated like terrorists.
And we need your help.
Stand in the Gap was founded to stand in the gap for J6ers working to rebuild their lives after being incarcerated.
For just $10 or more, you can help these patriots get back on their feet again.
Please scan the QR code to donate $10 or more to support these American patriots.
Thank you for standing in the gap.